which button it was.
Hey, it was seamless. I didn't see anything.
I went to press four of us, or the three-way button that we have. And I was like, wait a minute, it's just us tonight.
Hey, good news is the Stream Deck works.
It does work. It does work. It's technology, man. What are you going to do? Hey, everybody. It's a Thursday night. It was a kind of a weird day. We'll get into kind of the nuts and bolts of it. Danielle, sick tonight. That's why I'm wearing the pink, repping the pink, sitting in her seat tonight, kind of running the ones and twos over here and getting things organized. Kyle Wright, Drew Gorman, this is Leave It at the Table, the show where we talk about everything and we talk about nothing whatsoever sometimes. But tonight, it's OG night. I figured, why not use this opportunity to I guess I won't say an opportunity because that makes it sound good. Obviously, we want Dani to feel better. She's got a big week next week here on the show. But, it hasn't been you and I in quite a while. So I figured we'll brand it OG night, It's just the two of us. And honestly, I could use some bro time right now. So this is perfect. But you had first of all, if you're watching, hit the share button. Facebook, just share it out to your friends. I would challenge everybody to send it to 5 people. If everybody sends it to 5 people, I think that would be great. And maybe not the same 5 people as always. Just like go through your friends list and pick 5 people.
Randos.
If you're watching on YouTube, just copy and paste the link and send it to 5 people. Just get us out there. Worst case scenario, they log in, they hate what they see. I don't blame him. He's wearing an Astros jersey. I tried to crop it out, but
hey, baseball season's almost here.
I know. I'm on the 19th. I think.
It's an Alvarez jersey because he is your daddy.
That's what we're dealing with tonight, and I have no Dani to combat that. So, but you all will not have to deal with that next week because Drew and I, at least per current plan, will not be on the show next week.
We'll be on kid duty.
We will. We will be out there. Drew should have probably paid us for the amount of crawfish he ate that day. She's laughing at the cover picture on YouTube.
Hey. I brought my weight in lemons, and you invited me to a crawfish party. I'm going to eat my fair share of crawfish.
This dude ate so many. And I think, I guess we were like fake Cajun people that day, but There you go, Kyle McAlpin. Thank you.
The fake Cajun was showing up with plates.
Fake Cajun, not real.
You showed up with plates and grabbed a handful and then brought it back to a table. No, you stand around the table that has the crawfish dumped in front of you, and you claim your spot, and you stand there and eat.
Let's also admit that we had 20 people in like a 3-foot table.
Get a bigger table.
and like 10 pounds of crawfish. It wasn't that much. It was.
I probably ate 3 to 4 myself.
It's weird sitting over here. I don't know how she does this because I guess
it's because she doesn't see me, and and not many people want to. It just so happens I have a camera on me.
She has this perfectly. By the way, if you're watching on Facebook, will you drop a comment for me real quick? Because I'm only getting YouTube comments, and I don't know if that's because nobody's commenting on the Facebook side or if that's because I'm having an issue. So we'll check that out in a second. But no, she has this like strategically placed here where she can't see you. And I'm like, that was on purpose. That feels purposeful.
Accidentally on purpose. But hey, I don't falter. I would have done the same thing if I had to look at me all the time.
I'm accidentally drunk.
I don't know how my wife does it.
Ugly and uglier. There's Shelby. Yep, we got Facebook comments rolling in. Good.
Yep. We've got 2 people watching on the Facebooks. Old Brandon Tesh.
Today was it's been a weird week for both of us, huh?
Yeah, it's just been one of those seasons of our lives right now. It's just been one thing after another. My Monday was super simple. I was done at like 3:30, 4 o'clock. Had enough time that I could make an afternoon appointment to go and get a
Brazilian.
No, I had to go get fitted for a tux. I'm going to a wedding in Nashville, well, Columbia.
When is that?
June 20th.
Okay.
But I will be. I've got to take that Friday off. But yeah, we've got to. I had to go get fitted for it, and he wanted the groom wanted everybody fitted before the end of the month. So thankfully, I had a good amount of time, and then
I'll tell you where he screwed up. He texted me Monday. And he said, and it's kind of the same way I screwed up that I'll get into detail in a minute before I go into just like my week. But Drew texted me on Monday, and he said, I gave it to you. I pointed to you.
Oh,
we were looking up at the comments. But Drew got cocky and said, dude, I had the easiest Monday of all time.
Oh, yeah. I don't know who the god of Tuesday is, but he doesn't mess with me. He don't like me. And I don't know, because my Tuesday was absolute garbage. My Wednesday was absolute garbage. And then today was kind of easy. Watch this. What are we watching?
I don't know what he's about to do. Hack my
What are we
computer.
doing, Tesh?
About to hack my computer?
He texted me, said,
What'd he say?
he said, you're gay. Gay, I say. Tesh.
There we go. Canceled.
Shut the hell.
We are absolutely canceled.
But I don't know how many of our listeners or viewers are in the Panama City Beach area that got affected by the water outage, Watergate of PCB 2026. But yeah, waking up Tuesday morning and getting ready to get in the shower to get my day going already put me on a sour note when I turned the sink and there's nothing.
No water.
No water.
It's supposed to be a boil notice, by the way.
Exactly. Boil notice. So I'm like, okay, no worries. I look up the outage map on PCB.gov, and it said it was rescinded for the boil notice was rescinded for the area where my in-laws live. So I packed all my stuff up, drove to my in-laws, went to them, and as soon as I walked through the door, they said, Drew, is that you? I said, yes, ma'am. And my mother-in-law goes, we don't have water either, if that's what you're here for. And I was like, oh, well, that makes things interesting. So then I'm like scrambling, trying to figure out, okay, where's the closest like rec? Where's the closest like YMCA? Like, what's going on? Like, I just need a free shower. Just like walk in.
I don't know if going to the Boys and Girls Club is the place to go for a shower, buddy. I'm not 100. You just said that on the show, by the way. So there we go.
But I was like,
You and your friends.
I hate it here. But I was like, so, and then I looked at the time. I was like, man, I gotta start getting to work. It's gonna be an interesting day. So I just drove straight to work. Went to the bathroom at work. I was the first person there, obviously opening up everything. But I get there, brush my teeth in the sink, put on deodorant, kind of grabbed some of the Febreze and just Febrezed a little bit of me. And I was like, it's going to work. It's going to have to do.
What's funny is a few nights before that, we were at dinner with our wives, and we were talking. They were talking like mad crap about like Axe body spray and
Oh, it would have come in handy.
shower in a can,
Dude.
bod.
But it was like, so that already put me in a bad mood. And then I show up to my first baby wipes. I didn't have time. I had to get to work. I didn't have time to stop and get anything. I had a certain time that I had to get to work to be ready for everything. So it was awful.
You don't have baby wipes at your house?
No. I don't have a baby.
Be really weird if you did, especially after the YMCA comment.
Also after Diddy's got them all. Well, his is more oil.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just and then honest mistake by one of the designers that I work with. She had a different button clicked, so it made a 2-hour job turn into a 5-hour job.
Which, ironically, to segue on Shelby's comment,
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've had a good old Drew story. A 2-hour job turns into a 5-hour job. It was like revenge.
It was just no fun at all. But and then just ended up one thing after another. Literally everything that could go wrong went wrong, and it just extended. I think I was at work till 7 on Tuesday, and my quote unquote day ends at 5. So it was just I went home. Excuse me. I was on the way home, called Michaela, and I said, I am done with today. I don't want to do anything. I just want to come home and sit on the couch. I don't know what that means for dinner. I've got leftovers in the fridge. I'll heat that up. I'll pick up something, but I don't want to cook. And she goes, well, I'm going to be working pretty late. I'll figure something out. Well, I get home. She meets me at the door with just this massive hug.
Aww.
And she was like, I'm sorry you had a bad day. And I'm like, it's fine. Like, I'm trying to be tough. And she was like, it's okay. Just hang out here for a minute. So we're standing in the doorway, and I'm just like hugging her. And I'm just like, because the biggest, and I told the guy who, I'm kind of changing stories here for a second. The guy who
We got.
it made me think of something, and people who people in the comments, this might resonate with some people, but it's something that I've said recently.
Whitney said she needed that today. I'm guessing a big hug. It's same.
The
holy cow, yeah, that's pretty awesome, Kyle. Thank you for that. I need to make him an admin. Shout out to Kyle McAlpin on YouTube pointing out a pretty cool fact for us. Nice.
There's a and they're all here for a Drew story. We'll see how many last.
They're dropping, I tell you.
The guy who I'm going to his wedding, I called and talked with him for about 30 minutes yesterday, and the biggest piece of marriage advice I could give anybody is the old saying of marriage is 50-50 is crap.
Yeah, no.
Because at some days your partner is going to have that 20%, and you need to carry the rest. However you make it to 80, however you make it to 100 is all that matters. Whether you've got to bring more than your 50 or you don't have the 50, you've got 10% to give. Your partner should realize, hey, I've got to go above and beyond here because they need the help. And that's what, to me, what marriage is about, is realizing in each given moment, no matter how you and your partner get to 100, that's all that matters.
Keeping it 100, as the kids say. I mean, that's 100% accurate. I need Rachel to be my 90 today. Most days, really. She's usually 90, let's be honest. But, yeah, dude, I made the mistake Sunday night of posting that life almost feels scarier sometimes when things are on the right track.
Yeah.
And why is that the case? Because and Danielle commented on the Facebook page or on the Facebook post, and she brought up a great point. It's because you're so used to getting hurt that you're not really letting yourself enjoy the moment. But I also think it has something to do with just like not letting your guard down, if that makes sense. But anyway, it has been a wild week over here. It was I mean, no better way to put it, man. This week sucked, especially today. And really, I don't know if today's as bad if the other things don't happen leading up to it. But it's literally been every day this week. Monday, just going to put ourselves out there. We have mice in the garage. And that's, mice in the garage is pretty common, but I'm not a big fan. Like, I don't really want them there. And so, we got to deal with that. Got pest control coming out Saturday to deal with that. So that was like, okay, well, that sucks, because that's kind of a serious situation if they start to migrate into the house, which is 100% possible, especially with kids, like leaving the door open. And especially with kids like Ezra. I told my dad today, if Ezra eats a cracker, it's like 60 in the mouth, 40 on the floor.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Ezra's gonna come around a corner just holding one.
Also a possibility. My cats are worthless, so I don't have to worry about them doing it.
Your cats are more scared of them than they are.
I seriously just despise my cats. I with everything in my body, I can't stand my cats. They are absolutely worthless. If you're watching, I mean it. Both of you. I can't stand you.
If you're watching.
Gosh, dude. Rachel and I literally talk about this all the time. Like, Leo had to be the one to die. Like, the one animal we have that we like. It's like they're going in order, like the opposite order of how we got them and how much we like them. Because we got Katie first. We dislike her the most. We got Winston second. He sucks. And then we got Leo last, and perfect dog. Loved him to death. He was a little, bark.
He didn't like me.
Little bork machine, but he was a great dog. And then Leo goes first. We suspect Winston's sick, so like he's probably next, and then Katie's gonna live until I'm dead. She's gonna bury me.
Hey, they got 9 lives for a reason, big fella.
Man, like I'd say pee on my grave, but unless they put a pee pad there, that she's probably not gonna pee near my grave because she doesn't pee where she's supposed to. So. Anyway, so yeah, my cats are worthless, and we have mice in the garage, and I'm convinced that if one did get in the house, that my cats would do absolutely jack about it. So, but
they might surprise you.
Tuesday, not like nothing really life crazy. Just a kind of like you. Now my day felt a little bit suppressed compared to yours, but had a pretty crappy day at work. Honestly, not a great day. So, and then yesterday, we get this text or we get this email from Carson's teacher. The same thing as always. Carson's doing stuff he's not supposed to be doing. And, it's being a parent is challenging because, especially for Rachel and I, so we had to text the grandparents and be like, hey, like, I don't know where it's coming from. And I'm not saying it was y'all, but here's kind of the reality of our situation with our kids. I wake up at 5:15. Rachel and the kids get up at 5:45. We're out the door at 6:30, 6:40, somewhere in that range. And then we don't see him again until 6:30 at night. And then, and then we go to bed at 8:30. And it's kind of like Rachel and I don't get a lot of quality time with the kids. A lot of our time is structure. It's and I'm not going to go into detail about what Carson did or why he got in trouble, but he's a 7-year-old kid, and he did something stupid. It was that he's been told not to do many times. It's especially at school. We always tell him, you got 2 places you got to act right: church and school. I really would prefer you to do it everywhere, but if you're going to do it, church and school, I need you to act right. So we text the grandparents, and and they're all understanding, and they've been incredible to us. But you feel helpless because you don't know where the influence is coming from, but it's coming from somewhere. And I think it's coming from somebody at school, but it's just tough, man. It was hard to deal with. It's disappointing because he's a really sweet kid. I mean, he's a great kid, and it just
I blame Jeffrey.
Yeah, I think Jeffrey's a good person to blame. But yeah, so that hit us Wednesday, and we had to deal with that. We had to ground him and deal with that. And we're going to start, being a little bit closer. We really only get 2 nights a week as a family, quote unquote, because Wednesday we have church, Thursday I've got this, and then Friday we usually eat dinner with her parents. So, yeah, that's not. I'm not going to address that comment, but this is my show, so I'm going to do what I want. Our show. Sorry, it's our baby. It's our son.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah. No, it's just, and then, so last night after church, we go and we drop my car off, and I know my car is not like the greatest, right? But it's been really reliable.
This is the Armada.
This is the Armada. The Armada, yeah. It's been really reliable, It's so we dropped my car off, and I need an oil change. I have a small coolant leak. I need to know where that's coming from. And I got a nail in my back driver's side tire. I just need it patched for now until I can afford tires somewhere down the road. We're getting new tires on Rachel's car already, so not really the best time for me to get tires because she's rolling around on like rolls of duct tape at this point. So,
yeah.
So dropped my car off. Wake up today. Took it to Chris Purser. Shout out to him. Shout out to all the guys over there at Road Mart. No free ads. I know that's like our shtick, but if you live here in the area, you ever need car work done, go to Road Mart. Get up with Chris Purser. Great shop. Those guys take good care of you. And Chris is just a phenomenal guy. Great friend of ours. So I'm gonna move my camera up.
He's a funny feller.
He is a funny guy.
Didn't you?
More headspace.
Is it moving?
No. I just want more headspace. I zoomed it in a little bit, but.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, you were doing that a minute ago during my Drew story, and I was like.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get the right angle because it was made for Danielle, who's like literally a quarter of me. So I'm trying to get it right for me tonight, and then I'll reset it when we're done. But
update the PTZ.
I think it's okay. Get that beautiful mug in there. Shout out to Grog189. I don't know who that is, but shout out to you. But so get the call today or get the text from him today that he's like, "Hey, dude, your car's screwed." I'm like, oh, boy. Like, what do you mean? Well.
And he broke it down.
He broke it down. And I'm not going to put the complete details out there, but I'm in a situation now where it sucks kind of because we're still making payments on my car. It's still drivable.
Yeah.
You can drive it till the wheels fall off. But let's talk about the pros and cons of that for a second. The pros of it are I don't add that debt to another car loan. So let's say I owe like $8,000 on this car still, and I get another one for 20. Well, now I got $28,000 in payments, so my payment probably jumps up like dramatically. And then it's probably going to be extended, right? So I'm like 2 years into paying this car off. I would start over, so we'd be 5 years from paying the next car off. But the worst part is that we're trying to buy this house right now, and adding debt doesn't necessarily hurt you. But adding debt to income ratio does. And obviously those payments would have to shoot up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of a crappy situation to be in. But on the flip side of it, if you keep the car and the quote unquote wheels fall off, which is legitimately like that's that's the terminology that we use, but that's like legitimately the worry. If the wheels fall off, then I lose what little value it does have, and then we're screwed.
Yeah.
So it's a tough situation. It's not easy to deal with. It's not been an easy day. I talked to Ben Maxwell today at work about it. I talked to Tyler Chambers a little bit, but I was able to get a little emotional with Ben. I tried to fight it back, but I just got to work, and I was sitting there, and I'm like, man, I don't know if I'm going to make it through the day, brother. Like, honestly, I'm sitting here at my desk, and I had like the days where the small things just piss you off beyond measure, and it's not fair to anybody. So I got a new assignment sent to me that didn't have all the information correct in it, and it was just. It's not a big deal because it's going to get fixed, and they told me it was going to get fixed when they gave it to me, but it just pissed me off. And I could tell, like, today was going to be the day. And nobody did anything wrong to me, but I just felt this, like, we always talk a lot, and I always love to say this because I think it's true. And I'm not going to put him out there, but I had a really good buddy, right? And he's a good friend of ours who made a big mistake back in 2018. He got married and then made a big mistake in the same year. His life is a lot better now, but he went through a really dark time because of what he did. And my motivational speech to him, and my motivational speech to everybody out there, take solace in the fact that it's your fault. If you mess up, yeah, it sucks. But you can take solace in the fact that it's your fault because you obviously have the control. You obviously control your own destiny to make sure it doesn't happen again. So situations like this, like if I had done something wrong with my car, if I had been, clipping curbs and, treating it horrible, not maintaining it, not getting the oil changes every month, not doing my routine checks and stuff like that. If I had been neglecting my car and we find this out, then it's kind of like, okay, well, crap, I messed up. But I hate when I just feel helpless. And I hate when there's no correct answer because there's not a right answer to this. There's not. There's just, there is, and we're going to pray on it. Whatever God's will is going to be the right answer. But, at least to the human mind, from what I can comprehend right now, there's no right answer for this, and it's a crappy situation. And we're not rolling in dough, and we just dropped our tax return was less than usual this year. We did the big Sam's trip that we do every year, getting a bunch of meat, stocking up the freezer. We got to put tires on Rachel's car. Everyone who's out there knows those aren't cheap. And then we had to do this today to my car. Had to do some stuff today, so that's gone. And we're not poor, but we ain't we ain't rolling over here in this house. These LED light strips that are flashing around this room, those are a Christmas present. These fancy LED lights, those are a Christmas present. I survive on the people that take care of me. And I had today sucked. And it was a collaboration of everything. I came home and I just sat by myself and I prayed. I just disconnected from everything. It was only for 2 hours, but man, it was a good 2 hours. I sat down on the computer and did some work because I don't want to fall too far behind at work. But man, it was just not great. Not great. But I know there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and I would love to see a glimmer from it at least.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, I've said it to you twice in the past 24 hours. Good things in life are going to take a little extra. And nothing's going to be handed to us on a silver platter, especially from both of our backgrounds.
Yeah.
So it's just going to take. It's less about the end goal, and this goes to your Facebook post. This is what, whenever you said your Facebook post a minute ago, and Danny's reply, it reminded me of a guy. I forget the context on it, but he basically said we need to stop focusing on the end goal. because
focus on the journey.
Focus on the journey, because if we're focusing on the end goal, once we achieve that, we're looking around going, okay, what now?
Yeah.
We can't sit and enjoy. Like I think he used the example of an NBA player. The end goal was always to win the NBA Finals. But as soon as he won the NBA, it was Shaq. His end goal was to win the NBA Finals. As soon as he won the NBA Finals, he was going, okay, what now? Instead of being able to be in the moment and enjoy it, even if it's for 10 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, just be able to enjoy the moment of being in that winner, having the moment of realizing, hey, I achieved my goal. Let's relax. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy this. And it's more about the journey rather than the end goal as an all ultimatum thing. So when things are going right, don't look at it as, okay, this is the end goal. Look at it as, hey, look at how far I've come.
I always liken it to, and I said this to Ben today too, and I know this. It's not lost on me, you know. Tom Brady talks about how
he kisses his kids on the lips.
Tommy B might be just like him soon with the deflated balls. We'll see.
We hope.
Yeah, there's also that, right? There's also the health stuff, but we don't have to get in all that tonight. Yeah. So it's fun. Gosh, I forgot. So Tom Brady talked about how he lost 2 Super Bowls. He feels like he wouldn't have been able to enjoy the other ones, the wins, as much without those losses.
Yeah.
So you gotta lose, right? I mean, you gotta lose in order to enjoy wins. Yeah. You can't appreciate the good things in life if you don't go through some bad to get there. It's just, boy.
So you mean Chiefs fans are about to be very insufferable?
Yeah, I mean, if they win another Super Bowl, then it's going to be tough.
Because a healthy Pat, this isn't a sports podcast.
No, it's not.
We're both wearing sports gear.
We are. We are. But, yeah, man, excuse me. I'm going to poke through some comments, and Grog is, okay, I know who that is, but I won't read it out because Kyle McAlpin did message me. So shout out to you, Sarge. I see you. I know who you are.
Hey.
Mom says, darned if you do, darned if you don't. Those kind of situations suck. No, they absolutely do. I mean, that helplessness, that inability to feel like you know what to do.
Yeah, because and you touched on it a little bit. Like you said, whenever like if you did something wrong,
I know the fix.
What I immediately thought was, excuse me, there's a chance to learn from it, because we said it before the show. You call me out on my stuff because you know I know how to take it. Because at the end of the day, I know I'm not perfect. You know you're not perfect. I want people to call me out and tell me, hey, you're an idiot. Fix this. You did this wrong.
I didn't say it like that, by the way.
Yeah, but
I said DA.
But at the end of the day, I always know, no matter what portion of my life I might be in, there's always up. I could always be doing better. Yeah. So at the end of the day, like I'm if someone criticizes me, I love constructive criticism. You tell me I can't do something, I'm going to show you I can. But if someone tells me, hey, you didn't do so hot on this portion, okay, I'm going to work on trying to be better at that portion. There's something to learn in every situation.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll figure out what this lesson is eventually, you know, and I know it'll be fine. I don't know it'll be okay, right? That's the whole goal, but I know it's going to work out the way it's supposed to. That's the terminology I'll use. I don't know, because it might not be okay, all right? Like, we might be down to one car eventually, and we'll have to figure it out. I mean, that's going to suck.
Well,
but
I just hope talking about your car and the wheels falling off. I sincerely hope you are able to meet Miss Kelly, before that inevitable time if you have to meet her on her job.
Yeah, I would like to not meet you at work when the wheels literally fall off. It would be fantastic not to do.
Yeah, let's meet her beforehand. And then if you meet her on the job, it's like, oh hey, about that.
Kelly says, in my job as a paramedic, I see people at their absolute worst day ever, and you realize the things happen in your life are very small. Yeah, I mean, there's always things that happen around me where I'm able to look at it and go, it could definitely be worse.
There's always someone in the world that's having a worse day than you.
And then we had this guy call in today, and I could get in trouble for telling this. I'm not going to go detailed on the story, but we had this guy,
now here's
talking like really, really over the top, complaining that he was only going to walk away from this claim with $240,000 was the number. And I was like, dude, I'll call him right now and I'll tell him, like, hey, I just want you to put it in perspective. That amount of money would literally solve every problem that I have right now.
Yeah.
So pucker up, Buttercup. So shut your mouth. You're fine. You're fine. I get it. You worked hard for it, but perspective is everything. And then there's probably somebody that's looking at me, watching me, and hey, shut up, fatty. At least you have a car to lose.
Yeah.
You know, perspective is everything. And I don't want to take anything for granted, but at the same time,
you got McAlpin looking at you going, man, I really wish I had his arms.
Dude, I wish I had a motor on this thing. If those wheels fall off, boy.
I had to get one on McAlpin. I love that.
That wasn't even me, by the way. That was Drew. So remember that. When you come rolling up, remember that.
They see me rolling.
I love that guy, man. Hey, shout out to him. As every week, shout out to Kyle McAlpin. Go follow his YouTube channel, ADHD Acres. Him and Susan Day, they're just incredible people, and they are put through the ringer every day. And it's Kyle McAlpin's fault, really. But nah, dude, he's going through a lot, and we love you, man.
Finally home.
Never forget that. Yeah, it's good to see that. We love you, man. So we'll get you back in here. There's more room. It's essentially like.
Oh,
it's a wheelchair accessible studio now.
Yes, we are wheelchair accessible. we built this with you in mind, sir.
We can get you in here now. It's fantastic.
Yeah, we could fit him through the door in the wheelchair probably.
Bo says, "Love you both, brothers. Life is hard, but we all have each other. Kyle, love you, brother. We'll get better. Just keep being you and pushing forward." P.S. Love the vintage FSU shirt. This is back in good times right here, because that's what we're trying to remember tonight. Good times. And hopefully looking ahead to great times in the future. But go Noles from the 90s, because it ain't now. All right, so I went on ChatGPT, and I typed in, give me bro-to-bro deep conversation starting questions, and it gave me some. So if you want to, when life gives you lemons, Tony says, make lemonade. When life gives you vodka, let's have a party.
Hey, I got some. When life gives you lemons. Did you tell me you've seen that old Vine?
First of all, whoever can name the reference that I just made, I'll give you an extra entry into the giveaway.
There was an old school Vine where this guy, he just goes, when life gives you lemons, and it's just him just acting like an idiot, and he's got a box of like Life cereal, and he pours it into the bowl, and it's just a bowl of lemons. It's like, when life gives you lemons. And it's like a 6-second video. It's just hilarious.
That was Vine, man. Vine. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive that was. Vine. The Rachel says we have to. Yes, Ron White. Shout out Kyle McAlpin. That was a Ron White reference.
Oh. I haven't thought about that man in a while. Like Kyle McAlpin needs another entry.
Can't come through the yard. Got to come through the house. That's the only bad thing. Unless that thing's got 4-wheel drive, mud tires, aluminum cans, freedom. All right, so we'll power through a few of these. We appreciate everybody that's watching right now. I just want to throw a quick reminder out there for those of you who
He had to change the
room white. Boy, I would have had to not give him credit for that if.
No, he changed the a little bit further up. He changed the channel name to 4 Mile Creek Homestead.
Why? No, I don't like that.
ADHD Acres rolls off the tongue a whole lot better.
It does. I can't remember 4 Mile Creek Homestead. 4 Mile Creek Homestead. 4 Mile Creek Homestead. I'm gonna butcher it for a long time, but also
We're trying.
we have a giveaway. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook also, after the show, head over to the Leave It at the Table Facebook page and check us out. We have a big giveaway going. We're going to announce the winner here on the show. You have to be watching the show that night. That's going to be the kicker. We'll put that word out here soon. But March 19th is the big giveaway where we'll be announcing both winners. So we have 2 winners that night. It's going to be a great time. Looking forward to it. We want more eyes and ears on the show. That was the ultimate idea of this giveaway. So March 19th, that's happening. And we've got some great stuff we're giving away. You can go see the pictures of it. Shout out to everybody that helped us out with that. I mean, it's just incredible people everywhere. Ligas & Co., Team MVP, KL Skaggs Heating and Air, Top Golf,
Pirates
Voyage, JC
Cryo.
Scott. Yep, cryotherapy. A shout out to all of them and for stepping up and helping us out when we needed it. And I know there's more. JB Legacy, Goat Bear Lobster, GBL. Check them out as well. Shout out to them. Next week, March 5th, Ladies' Night. Drew and I won't be on the show. At least not as currently planned. Subject to change. But we know for sure that Lacey Maxwell, Rachel Wright, and Michaela Gorman will be on the show next week.
It's going to be one heck of a show with those 3 ladies.
It could be chaotic.
It's going to be a lot prettier.
It is going to be a lot better to look at. I will say that. And then the week after that, March 12th, it's going to be a little less visually stunning, maybe. We're calling it the hard questions, and I'll put out more details about that here soon.
Michaela.
Oh my God, she's watching. Oh my God.
You tell her she's on a show. She's like, "Oh, I gotta do show prep.
I got to show
prep."
she's, the one person that she needs to learn isn't here tonight. The 12th, it'll be myself, Drew, and we'll have Ben Maxwell on the show for the first time. We're gonna have 2 debuts that night. Ben Maxwell and Matthew Morgan will be joining us here.
You get to finally meet Ben after he saw me at the gas station.
Ben has met you. You haven't met Ben, so we'll see. It's going to be a great time. That one we have a great conversation in line. Those of you who have been here since the beginning might remember. I think one of the first 10 episodes we did, maybe even sooner than that, we did kind of a church hurt episode. Of the podcast, and we're kind of going to circle back to that. We're going to go back to our roots a little bit, and we're going to have 2 different perspectives. And we're not necessarily going to, obviously Matthew is he's the pastor at the church that I go to, but we've been having, what I love about my church, and I'm not going to use this to peddle Christianity or anything right now to anybody, but I do want to say if you are looking for a church, our church is great. Our Bible studies are not class. He calls it Bible classes, but it's not that. It is literally an open book discussion. And last night he said something that I really want to circle back to when we have him on the show because, well, I guess I'll just spill it out there. The hard questions is going to be the things that people don't really want to talk about with the Bible and Christianity, like the hard questions to answer about the Bible, about, just being a Christian.
Is Jesus real?
So he talked about, the way people treat people and mentioned that people ask him all the time, what does the Bible say about this? And he always likes to flip it into, I like to focus on what does Jesus say about this? So just kind of, that's one of the things I kind of want to ask him about. And it'll be a fun night. It'll be a great conversation. I know that you're not a super religious person, but you grew up in that world.
Grew up in it, still kind of finding my way, figuring things out.
And so that might be an enlightening episode for you. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But it's an opportunity for everybody. If you have questions that, that might make people uncomfortable, send them in.
Send them in.
Yeah.
Send them in to us before the show. We'll obviously
We'll vet 'em.
ask.
Yeah.
We'll vet them. We'll ask every question that we feel is necessary. But also put the questions in the comments.
Yeah.
Like, just join us. Put questions in the comments. You never know what might spark a new question.
Nothing within a respectable boundary will be off limits. I mean,
70% of the time
70
it works all the time.
what's that a reference to? 60% of the time, it works every time. Sex Panther. What a stupid movie. I love it so much. I killed a guy. Yeah, Rick killed a guy.
Wow.
Brick killed a guy.
That's just wild.
And then the week after that, March 19th, like we said, we'll be announcing the giveaway. And then the 26th, we don't have a show. Why don't we have a show on the 26th, Drew?
Baseball.
We got to dedicate that to baseball. Baseball's back on the 26th.
Baseball.
So I'll be glued to the couch. I'll be leaving work early that day. Red's first pitch at Sergeant McAlpin. What
Sergeant McAlpin.
the hell is this? You got both pages logged in?
Hey, we're getting dual the viewers.
My gosh.
Is that Susan on the other one? Are you in different rooms?
Yeah, no doubt.
Did you go to the bathroom at some
Unless
point?
that's Corey. Is that Corey?
Oh,
we'll see.
There's another McAlpin?
So here's what's crazy is I'm very tight with both of them, but in totally different ways.
Okay.
Like, so Kyle and I...
They're brothers?
They're brothers, yeah.
Okay.
We used to call him Country Mouse and City Mouse. It's the older brother. Wait, the older brother, not Corey.
Other. That's his other.
It's the other brother. Oh, goodness. There's another one? Did I...
Corey, Kyle, and...
Please don't start with a K.
Well, does Corey start with a K?
No, I just...
Oh. Well, Country Mouse, you never know.
Yeah. He called him Country City. So who's... I don't know that I've met this brother. So that's cool to see somebody new commenting. Always love to see new people.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Yeah, thank you. Do the thank you dance, Drew. We still haven't taught you that.
Nope, still haven't.
All right, so let's go through some of these questions. And you guys in the comments, feel free to chime in at some point as well. Let's see. Identity and growth is the first category. So let's say...
City.
What is something that you believe now that 5 years ago you would have argued against?
I
know, Dustin. I know, brother. We're banging trash cans out here. Something you believe now that 5 years ago you would have argued against.
I think I'm going to go back a little bit, and I mean, I think it's the whole 50-50 conversation. Because 5 years ago, it was still prevalent in my life. Like, okay, I did my 50% of my share.
Yeah.
Where's her 50%? And so to a certain extent, I mean, that's something that grows in time, knowledge, obviously, but spending time and realizing, hey, I don't have it. Or seeing my wife is such a great person, and she knows when I'm down. She knows when I'm not able to give 100, give 50. And she picks up that slack seamlessly.
Yeah.
She doesn't make a comment. She doesn't say, hey, don't worry, I've got it. She just does it. She doesn't make me feel bad for not bringing my full potential to the plate. She just does it.
Mine, well, a lot of mine are like political, but we won't go there. Been radicalized a little bit. Changing some views here recently over the last couple of years.
Yeah, moving to Canada to the losers.
I'm not going communist. I'm not. I live in a gold medal country. Just to let everybody know.
On both sides.
We don't like no silver. We don't like no silver over here. Gold in America. Can't afford platinum, but if we could, we'd have it.
Yeah.
That was awesome, by the way. I was watching that in church.
Oh.
In between services.
I was on my couch. That was wonderful.
Fantastic.
I started yelling and was like, "Ah, we did it!" And Michaela's in the bed going, "What? What did we do?
Who's we?
What did we do?
What do you mean we?
What?"
That was fantastic, by the way. No, I guess mine would be. 5 years ago, I used to say like, people need to control their kids a little better, especially in public. And now that I've got 2 kids, I look at those people now and I'm like, we were in Sam's Saturday and this girl was just like, or Sunday after church, and this girl just threw a full out temper tantrum, threw herself on the floor. 5 years ago, I'd have looked at that and said, dude, come on, get your kid up off the floor. And now I'm like, if my kid flops on the floor, I'm just going to keep walking. Let him, you want to lay there and get dirty, whatever, dude. Like, you just look like an idiot at this point, whatever. Like, so again, like the patience and the understanding of actually being a parent, that has changed my mind on that quite a bit.
That's understandable.
All right, the next category is regret and redemption. So I'm trying to pick. There's like there's 7 categories. So I'm gonna pick one from each one.
Title of your sex tape. Regret and redemption.
You hear that, babe? There's gonna be redemption.
There was a TV show. Oh, what was the TV show?
I get a redemption arc. Let's go.
What was the TV show? I think it was. I'm gonna hate myself because someone's gonna correct me in the comments, but I think it was Community, where no, it was Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Love it. Oh yeah, title of my sex tape. Yeah.
Whenever they would say something random, Peralta, title of your sex tape.
Love it. Yeah. No, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, fantastic show. If you could apologize to one person without consequences.
Apologizing? Apologizing without consequences.
Yeah, that's a weird one. Let's
Who
not
am
do
I
that
apologizing to that's giving me consequences?
Hold on. What's the decision you undo, but you're grateful for? What is a decision that you would undo, but you're grateful for where it led?
Not sticking it out at ETSU. I had an opportunity to. Basically, I wanted to play college football, and an opportunity to play college football. And I was set up had my classes scheduled. I already had jumped through all the hoops, getting cleared with the NCAA, cleared with my GPA. Everything was taken care of. I show up. Over the summer, I never get, like, I've already talked with coaches, set up different, like the tryout situation. Like, I've already done all the hard stuff. All I've got left is showing up for the tryout and obviously doing my best and classes. Well, I show up the first day of classes, never got the email or the phone call letting me know where where on campus I was staying, my room, my dorm. So I go to the housing office. I'm sleeping on my buddy's couch, and he has 4 roommates in a 4-bedroom apartment just off campus. And when I tell you it's a 4-bedroom apartment, it's a living space and then 4 bedrooms. There's a kitchen and a living room and then 4 bedrooms. And each bedroom has its own bathroom. Well, I'm sleeping on their couch, a leather couch, by the way.
You have to use one of their bathrooms then.
I stayed there. I think it was like 2 nights. I got there 2 nights ahead just so I could get everything settled. Well, the housing office never showed up until the first day of classes. So I get out there and I go through my day of classes, go over to the
hold on one second. Is anybody else having sound issues on YouTube?
Hello.
Drop me a comment. I know Kelly says her sound's cutting out on YouTube. I want to see if that's a universal issue or if that is a. Let's see if anybody's messaged me.
Nope.
Okay. All right.
So I'm sleeping on my buddy's couch, and then
she hit the mute button on you, is what it was.
Well, more than likely. Yeah, I don't blame her. So I never get the email from the housing office. Well, I go to the housing office, and they said, "Oh, you didn't get the email? We're full, but we're putting people across the street. We're putting people across the street in the hotel." And I was like, okay, cool. How do I get one of those rooms? She goes, well, we actually are full over there too. So
why'd you mention it?
Exactly. So I'm like, so what do I do? She goes, well, I don't have an answer for you. Where are you staying right now? And I was like, I'm staying on my buddy's couch. And they were like, okay, well, it could be up to 2 weeks before we find out if you are, if we have rooms. With this being the first day of classes, we've got to go through, and all the people who signed up for rooms, if they don't show, then it'll be open for you, and we'll put people in the rooms as they came. So I'm like, okay, well, I decided right then and there. I had already been dating Michaela for 4 or 5 years by that point, and 80% of our relationship, we had been at least 2 hours away from each other. So by that point in time, like I was faced with 3 choices. I could leave school altogether. I could stick it out, stay on my buddy's couch, wait for housing, just go to classes and try out for the football team. I could forget about football, focus on school, find a place to live, find a job, find a part-time job to be able to pay for it, to be able to pay for off-campus housing, and then just go to school. Or, which is the one that I chose, quit school and move to Chattanooga. And there are days where I look back and go, what would have happened?
Shelby said I forgot what the question was at this point.
What would have happened if I would have stayed in school and slept on my buddy's couch? Because you hear the NFL draft, there's guys all over the place that live out of their car, that take showers at YMCAs, that show up to that play at community colleges just to get an opportunity. And I slept on a couch for 2 days and said, no, I don't want it.
It's tough. Oh my gosh, look at that.
But
folks,
you really can't see it on camera.
I'm pointing it out though.
But but it turned out for the good, because I ended up marrying Michaela. We were just celebrated our 8 years on January 1st.
Nice.
We live in a house that we own.
Can't relate. Might not ever relate.
We live comfortably.
Might not ever relate.
We're not paycheck to paycheck, but we're not.
Yeah, I get it. You're not. You have a good life.
Exactly.
You're happy about where it led you.
I like where I am.
For me, dude, it's getting out of the Army when I did after my initial contract. And as I'm sitting here thinking about it, it really stings a little bit more. I joined when I was 17. I got out when I was 23. Well, I got out officially when I was 25, but I went, inactive is what they call it for your last 2 years. So basically got out at 23 years old. But I was too young. I didn't realize what I was doing. I had this girl. But, Rachel. Rachel. And I'm glad to where it led me, because I don't know, I don't know how it would be now with kids leaving for a whole weekend. It would suck. Leaving for 2 weeks at a time, it would suck. And I know that, that's like the mildest complaint when you're talking about military people. But I think about it now, I would be actually February 26, 2010. Ironically enough, 16 years ago today was when I joined the Army.
Wow.
That's insane. So, yeah, February 26, 2010, I would be 16 years in right now. I would be 4 years away from partial retirement.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about. If I would have just embraced the suck, but I was too young, man. Yeah. Too young. I didn't realize, where I was. I didn't care. I didn't want to be there, I was the kind of guy that, I was really gung-ho until you, made me angry back then. And I'm still this way, but I have the ability to bounce back now. Back then, I didn't. Back then, it was I would shut down. It was okay, we're done. Mm-hmm. And I was too much of a kid. But I'm obviously really happy with where life is right now. I do wish some things were a little bit better, but who doesn't, right? Would I have, would Rachel and I have ended up getting married? Would we have had these 2 beautiful boys? It's kind of, it's up for debate. All right, one more, and then we're going to close this thing out.
And Shelby, I get paid lots of bucks to not miss beats whenever I get comments like that.
What is your biggest internal battle right now?
The people pleaser, because there was just one instance. There was a curved rod that I was supposed to install yesterday at a client's house. And I am trying and trying and trying to make this curved rod work. But for whatever reason, I know why it didn't work. The company who I got it from, who sent it to us, they didn't send us adjustable brackets. So the curve of the wall up at the ceiling was different than the curve of the wall on the ground where the template was made. So I just needed an adjustable bracket so it could actually connect to the wall through the curve. Well, whenever I had to explain this to the homeowner and say, hey, I'm going to have to come back with adjustable brackets, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do it. They were so understanding. They were so nice about it. They were like, oh, okay, no worries. Like, no worries. Like, you just, whenever you come back, just make sure you have the parts. Like, no worries. And that's what hurts me the most, is whenever I'm upsetting nice people and they're so understanding about it. And it sounds very stupid, I realize it, because at the end of the day, I'm just doing drapes. It's not, the thing that I have to remind myself is it's not rocket science. It's not brain surgery. It's not life or death. They're not going to die because I didn't put up their drape. It's not going to make that big of a deal. So, but I just hate seeing the disappointment because they were expecting me to have everything done yesterday, and I wasn't able to complete that goal for them. And it just, it hurts me as the people pleaser seeing the disappointment.
Forgot what the question was, but I'm reading this Florida man story about the. So I'm trying to understand exactly what's happening. We'll find out together. Biggest internal battle right now is, just to be 100% honest, is am I good enough for my wife and my kids? Do I deserve them? Do they deserve better? It's and of course the answer is yeah, maybe, right? But it's, man, it just feels like I'm a magnet of misfortune at times, and it's like they deserve way better than what I'm able to give. But I all I can do is try. I'm trying my ass off, but that's it's a big internal battle. It's like I sit back and I'm like, what the hell? Like, I'm not, like, I feel like I'm doing everything right. I feel like I got my family in church. I've got my family, we have full-time jobs. We work our lives away. We don't do anything. We don't go anywhere. How does this work? Like, how does this keep happening? It's unfortunate. It's Jesus. Yeah, it's fair. But
that's powerful right there.
It's because I don't like it, it's I want to be, and I want to feel that. And it's perfection is an unachievable goal by humankind. Only one human ever has been able to achieve perfection. And it makes it the most fun goal to chase.
We put him on a cross.
Yeah. We killed him. Not us, but people we give money to did as a country. But that's a whole different conversation. There goes our podcast. That's my biggest. That's my biggest internal battle, and who knows if it'll ever go away? Maybe it doesn't need to go away. Maybe chasing that feeling is kind of the like your dad kind of mentioned there on Facebook. If you weren't good enough, you wouldn't have that worry if you weren't. So, like, I want to be better, and that's a good sign. And knowing that I don't deserve them and they deserve better, like, and that's true. It's 100% true. But like, working towards
being
being better for them is kind of
Yeah, because if once you become complacent, that's when it becomes true.
Yeah, exactly.
One word of advice that I can say to the audience, as well as you, as well as me, I tell myself all the time, and it goes back to what I was saying earlier about enjoying the journey rather than the outcome. Every now and then we've got to be reminded to just stop and smell the roses. Just enjoy the moment that you're in. And I joke with Michaela all the time about she talks to me about every now and then I'll look over and she's just off in her own little world, and I'm like, "Hey, is everything good? Like, you okay?" She goes, "Well, we've got so much cleaning we've got to do. We've got to worry about this. We've got this credit card bill coming up, this, and this." And she goes, "I don't know how you do it." And I said, "Because I'm in the moment. I'm sitting on the couch with my wife and my dogs in between us, and we're watching TV. I'm living in the moment." And that's how simple my brain is, but that's what makes me such a happy person. And you've seen it firsthand. I always see the good in everything. I always see the good side of things. And it's something that the Enneagram test. It's something that I was born with, but it's also something that everyone else can do in their own way. Stop and smell the roses from time to time when you realize it's a good moment.
All right, Florida Man of the Week.
I heard one on the radio. It said a guy went into a Chinese restaurant. Florida man went into a Chinese restaurant, went back into the kitchen, and started beating cooks with the shovel. Whenever he was asked by the police why he started beating the people in the Chinese restaurant, he said he was afraid they were going to make a new strand of COVID and give it to people through the Chinese food.
Okay.
I was like, what?
So this one, Florida man used taco seasoning in a $10,000 trading card theft scheme. So basically, this guy in Tallahassee was self-checkout. The memes that you always see where you scan a PS5 as a bag of trading cards. This guy was scanning taco seasonings for cards and then walking out with them.
Oh, my God.
What an absolute legend. Tallahassee legend, by the way. February 28, 2026. Oh, this was published today. This just happened.
Oh, my God.
Keith, what the hell, brother?
He's still sitting over there.
Facing up to 90 years.
Good God. How many times did he do it?
$10,000 worth. According to statements from the sheriff's department, Walls made approximately $39,000 to $40,000 in proceeds through online sales of these cards. So he bought $10,000 worth of them and made $39,000 to $40,000 online by selling them.
He got them from Walmart?
Yeah.
So there.
The people at Walmart should go to prison too. I've
seen it a boatload on like Facebook and Instagram and whatnot, but like big companies like Walmart and Target, their theft prevention teams, like they see you stealing everything. They see you. They just choose to let you go because they want, and they keep track of how many times you go back. So if you go and take something for like $5 and you get away with it, what's that going to make you want to do? Oh, I'm going to go try something bigger.
Yeah.
I'm going to go get some. Oh, if I got away with this $5 pack of gum, which is wild that it's $5. I'm going to try this $20 pair of headphones, and then higher and higher. But once you hit like a threshold of whatever the amount is,
we got them.
That's when they're going to get you, and then you're going to get dinged for every single thing.
We've been watching you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And they're not going for like the little petty people who are going in, which I don't know how true it is, but I've heard it multiple times. Granted, it was all on social media. I'm not testing
Everything
it.
on there is true, so.
I'm not testing it. I can tell you that for sure, cuz I don't like confined spaces.
No. Not a big fan.
That ain't me. Which is why I'm really glad we got into this bigger room.
Yeah, it feels a lot better. All right, moment of gratitude. Every week we like to end each episode with a moment of gratitude, shedding light on a person, an event, or a thing that we are thankful for or grateful for in this moment. So, Drew, what are you grateful for this week?
She was mine last week. I'm going to use her again because, I mean...
I feel like you just don't have anything and you're just...
No,
I'm just kidding.
Tuesday was rough, and she met me at the door with a hug.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
And she was... I've said it 30,000 times. I'll say it 30,000 more. However you and your partner get to 100%, that's all that matters. And I was only carrying probably 5% Tuesday night, and Michaela was there with the 95 that I needed, and it was real nice because she allowed me to veg for a little bit on the couch. She finished work, and then she came out. I was watching sports YouTube videos. She didn't ask to change it. Like, she came out, we ordered some wings, got them DoorDash to us, ate some wings, hung out, and whenever she came over, she didn't ask to change the channel. She didn't ask to, hey, can we watch something we both want to watch? She just sat there and watched what I was watching.
Love it.
That said a lot to me, that she was genuinely there just to be helpful in my time of need.
I don't think that women truly know how big that is to us.
Oh yeah.
I've pointed it out as a joke before, but if you want to make your man happy, sit down and watch his show with him. Whether you like it or not, just sit down and soak it in. Like, just watch it, ask him questions about it. Like, I promise you, 90% of the time, that's like, and I know in a lot of situations that, like, that's where you want to escape. But for, like, when I'm sitting down watching wrestling or watching like a wrestling documentary or something, like, and Rachel sits down and watches it with me, that's like some of the happiest moments for me. Like, it's like, oh, good, my interests.
Yeah.
Like, I truly don't know if they know
vindication,
those little moments, man. I'm grateful for my dad this week.
Which one?
My dad, Kenny, the pro.
He almost went pro in being dad.
And I know I'm not going to have this forever, because nobody ever does. But there was a question on here that said, who do you actually talk to when life gets heavy? And I have and I'm grateful that I have a lot of people that I can go to. I can come to you. I can go to Rachel. I can go to Scott. And I know I'm going to feel incredible coming out of those conversations. But the one person that I always want to talk to when bad things happen is my dad. You know, he's my best friend in the world. And man, it's just like we can talk about what's going wrong and then transition into the Reds and so, like, get hyped for the season. And it was just like, on my way home today, I was able to just breathe because I was talking to my dad about the Cincinnati Reds and that there's actual hope for the team this year. And that brought me out of the funk I was in, and I was able to get home and decompress. And I'm very, very grateful that my dad is still alive and I'm able to have a relationship with him like that. It hasn't always been like that. But it's not always perfect. It's not. But I feel like he's working on improving. And I'm very grateful for that. And man, he's the person I call, so very grateful for my dad this week. And also, I'll throw a little bonus one in. Just everybody that, that's there when I crash out. I know that I can say kind of what's on my mind in the moment and not have it thrown back in my face later. So those moments are nice. Having everybody to vent to. Sometimes you don't want your problems to get fixed. Sometimes you don't want advice. Just want to just want to say what's on my mind. You tell me I'm an idiot for saying it, and then we'll move on.
I would never.
You did, and that's fine. And that's fine. Like, that's what I want. I don't I hate it when someone. You know what I hate more than anything? It's gonna be okay. You don't know that. You don't. And it's fine. And I get that people don't do that out of ill will. They really don't. So I'm not saying you're a bad person for that. I hate hearing it because we don't know that. It might not be. It really might not be. But like everything's gonna work out the way it's supposed to, and you know, you're gonna be okay. That's the big one. You're gonna be okay. Like, that's fine. It might not be okay.
Yeah.
Might lose my car on the way to work tomorrow.
And as as one of, I think Dani wore a shirt.
Love you too, Shelby.
She did. She had a shirt that resembled this last week, but it says, "It's okay to not be okay."
Yeah, it is. And I used that exact terminology today when I was talking to people. Well, hey, I'm not okay right now. Today's, felt like feel like a failure sometimes, and it just sucks. But I got strip lights, so.
In the words of my father, "Eso sí que es." That's it is what it is in Spanish. If you ever wanted to know, "Eso sí que es" it is what it is in Spanish.
I thought you were just spelling socks.
No,
SOCKS.
is legitimately it is what it is in Spanish.
Footloose.
You learned something new.
Learned it new. Hey, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching whatever the hell this was tonight.
Therapy.
A therapy session of sorts, which is kind of
Therapy.
That's
is a
actually
good
crazy
thing.
that he commented that as we. I don't believe in therapy. For me, I think it's great for other people. I have a bad experience with it, so I feel like I'm like, this is my therapy right here. And I'll make sure I always have an outlet like this. Talking to my friends is my therapy. Talking to my dad is my therapy. Again, I know I'm not always going to have my dad, but I'm always going to have friends. And eventually, hey, guess what, dude? I thought he was saying it's sucky ass. So shout out Tina watching.
SOCKS.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going there, but no, I this is my therapy. And I'm glad therapy works for people. And I'm glad people have that outlet. It didn't work for me. I have a sour taste in my mouth about it, and I'll probably never do it again. But I do feel better when I'm able to talk to my friends and talk to my family and go to the people that I know I can trust, again, that won't throw my words back in my face and not try to fix my problems. Like, dude, you can't. I can't. How the hell are you? You know? We're good. Love you guys. All girls next week. Drew and I are on kid duty. Actually, Drew will probably be in here on board duty, but
Camera.
yeah. So it'll be well produced, I hope. Yeah, God, I hope. If not, we're gonna switch.
We'll be switching in between.
Tina says she was crashing out with her. So I was texting her today too.
Hey,
Because she's helping us. She's
gotta have the soundboard.
Very grateful for her as well. She's helping us in a lot of ways. She wants us to succeed, and she's always been like that for me. But today was I needed Jesus, but I needed him like physically here. Like, hey, bro, like
Jesus,
help me out.
Jesus loves you.
No, he would build my house.
I gotta show you a video. That's funny.
All right, guys, we are actually going to get out of here. We will see you. Well, no, we won't see you next Thursday, but leave it at the table. We'll be live. Danielle's hosting. We'll have Lacey Maxwell, Rachel Wright, Michaela Gorman. They'll all be in here. It's going to be ladies' night, so don't miss next Thursday night. We love you guys, and we'll see you next week.